But face checking, luckily they have the cheat code in the form of Nico. The one range support that can just guaranteedly always give you a bit more space, give you a bit more control, and it's pretty high
position, but Isma still
Round
sticking
two.
around.
This time it's a battle for the crabs. Both junglers have smite.
Dash in, bit of extra damage, follow-up burst there. Aegis Assault already burned. Bit premature from Isma. Now he's locked up. Jun might have to try and turn this one back. He does have Axis Pop. Also perfectly timed ulti from LEC. Follow-up. All of Navi push their R button.
Navi, like, good push on mid. Poby moving across. Paris there to help. Playing for these picks around LEC in mid lane and in these skirmishes.
A lot of tools to kick fights off. And certainly Lot is making good on his topside counter pick. They haven't been able to build a greater advantage. A lot of these initial ults are going awry. And Jun is now running for his life. Now here comes the Pantheon. Excellent portal coming in from Paris. That's a bit of follow-up from LEC. Is going to stun Isma as well. LEC getting chunked out by Noah. The Kiana is still very squishy. Jun on the way in is going to catch Paris. Paris manages to ult himself, it looks like. Will still die in the end, but the Q through to finish it.
Oh, what a good ulti from Paris there. It buys him enough time to set up Sound D for the chains.
But will at least be able to buy something as Mantur just continues to proxy, hoping to delete waves. Noah getting a little bit of a chunk on LEC, but not too much here. And the Drake's already gone. There you go. That's Noah as well. 0, 1, and 3 thus far.
Subjective, when he can
yeah. Conditional engage option as we see the Herald. The mount up is there from Mantur. He's driving it into Noah. Now there's a Pantheon all coming down, and this is actually quite bad for Mantur. He abandoned his backline, and GX are now looking to pounce, but it might not matter. Lock going face first into Mantur, but he doesn't have the damage to shred through that tanky health bar. They've taken out LEC. They've taken a Drake. Jack is going invisible as he gets the reset off the kill. Isma going right back in as Jackie tries to follow a tempered fate on the bunny rabbit, but no one is in position to fire the blast back and find a kill. Lot running for his life as Mantur tries to get one in exchange. The blast cone there just in time. It looks like a heist, but GX managed to get it.
But Dydex can't kill this Sion.
Then I can ult after and I knock up both people with
which was
charges. Yeah.
Kind of sick, to be fair. We didn't take that into account. Maybe that's what he's playing for. I thought it was top 4 in the LEC, but cool things are also something you can play for. Also, currently they're going all in on Lot. Lot vulnerable to any potential fall. Lot actually incredibly tanky as now they're going to get the pushback from LEC, so they're not going to find the wall. Somdi on the way down. Good damage to come through, but they need to be careful about Jackie. Ulti connects on the Somdi. Somdi getting the initial Banshee's Veil proc as Isma starts to run. Will just get cut down. Mantur still on the chase. Parrot's on the way, getting the dash out from Lot. GX getting run down here in the bottom lane.
That was such a good ulti by LEC to peel him off and be able to get out safely. In which case Navi were able to run down Isma and them with Isma. Both of them got chunked. They dropped the dragon without any sort of cross map. And I don't think the game is getting much better with time, so they really need to find
He's had great movement this game, but at some point you will still just get point and click or Ezreal Q. You are not that tanky. You don't have Celestial opposition. And now you have a Gwen right on top of you. That's not looking great, but luckily the Emperor has divided this fight at the very least. Is Lot still on the chase, but he's running out of steam here. Poby, how long left on the shifting sand is the big question. Yeah. That's going to be the flash burn, but now Poby wants to go back in, and suddenly it's Lot who has to run for his life.
Oh, Poby, does he reach with the WQE?
Isma there to cover, luckily. Jungle.
I think what they're hoping for is they can make a TP play. Oh, well, that was perfect timing. Into the, there's a ward just on mid there and behind Samdi. They may be looking for it now, actually.
Samdi chunked out, LEC on the retreat. Pantheon on the way to mid, it's too late. Thought that maybe they would try to turn it, but Navi are so patient. They don't want to commit there. They already lost 50% HP. Now they're going all in onto Paris. Paris going to flash out. Paris going to fall. That's a big start. TP now coming in from GX. Maybe this opportunity to get an objective as Jun is one shot by LEC, who's forced to flash away. Doesn't have a reset on the W quite yet, so Noah's going to grab another kill. Navi getting greedy.
And suddenly Giant X find the pick that they need. It's just a little bit of an overextension, and that might just be bad for Giant X.
Yeah, I thought the Grand Starfall was not the best, but it ends up leading to them into the situation. Now they're 4 versus 2 here with Poby joining, but Samdi does a lot of damage with his arrows, and Giant X, they need to back off. Still, we take a breath. It's still a 6,000 gold lead. It's still 1 minute to soul for Navi. You get one oopsie, you get one. As long as you play this soul fight out well.
They've had 2. Just to be clear, they've had 2 oopsies, and their gold lead is still...
This one was a bigger one.
No, one of them was an oopsie. One of them was my bad.
And Lot's ulti will be up shortly if they can make it to the fight in time. But the objective has already been started. GX have no presence in the pit whatsoever. Isma might be starting to ult. He's standing still in the pit, waiting for an angle. Mainter body blocking everyone. The objective getting lower and lower. The Infernal is going to go to the side of Na'Vi. No one is in a position to respond. GX are far too late. Chun with the 3-man play to at least take down the support. Samdi on the backline, relatively untouched. Mainter able to find his way out, as is Poby. The re-engage is lethal, though, as Lot knocked up and taken down.
Na'Vi find exactly what they need in the fight. The Dragons...
The rest of Giant X. Giant X didn't stand a chance. They wanted to contest, but they were too...
Very matter of fact.
Well, if he wanted to try to steal the Drake, that was their only hope, but you saw it on the Nash. It's pretty damn difficult to steal an objective blind 1v5.
And I think for Giant X now, is just trying to consider what's going to happen in game number 2, because I will say from the identity we've seen from Giant X, this felt like a very strange game. Like, not really giving resources towards Noah and Jun on that bottom side, which have been the standout players on this roster, and then trying to play much more of a macro-oriented game, which isn't really their style either. I'm curious if they want to try and like shift back over towards a bit more of a team fight composition, which has worked well.
I think it was a mistake to give Varus. I mean, you saw it in this game, just how much value it's having, and it made it so that Noah and Jun weren't able to win the lane. And Noah, while his stat line is 3-0, it's pretty good. Samdi has had way more impact in this game and in the team fights. And if Giant X are to win this series, it needs to be through Noah and Jun. And I also just don't like the overall.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of little things, but you highlighted it. I think our analysis is that Noah needs to be the guy set up for success. Instead, you know, think about game 2. How do you adjust? What are the pivots? What can you do to stop yourself from getting in this situation? That's going to be another initial engage going out. Aegis assault to block a bit more damage, and Samdi goes down! What were you saying, Jack? Anything is possible as Mainter starts to fall as well. Relapse goes into the entire team. The knockup is there, and Noah is still untouched for a brief moment. Na'Vi should still probably end this one.
What were you saying, Dracos? Relapse comes in with the ultimate and he takes down all of Giant X, just as I had predicted the Infernal Soul. Wow, so much damage from Na'Vi.
Great prediction, Jack. The bars with a 4K gold lead, immediate one-shot. It did not matter. The lead, too big. GX, too little, too late, I believe, is the saying at this particular point in the game. Jackies and Noah trying to hold the line.
He's kind of doing some damage.
Noah is doing some damage. He's about to hit the 40 Q threshold on Mainter. Someone needs to stop them from hitting the Nexus. Nobody's stopping them from hitting the Nexus. They're going to hit the Nexus.
Poby's like that
the other day against a comp with an Inivi on it. He didn't do anything. I cannot think of a single team fight where this man could get on top of a key target, but now, with the Seraphine ult coming from behind him, the Ash
a lot of trading here on mid. We'll see if Jackies goes for the Flash Root.
Flash Root is going to be the follow-up. W Flash coming in from Isma, immediate egg, and now going to be the follow-up kill. Solid early game play coming in from GX, making good use of...
Maybe they don't want to go for it.
We've seen this before. Relix playing for his own advantage, trying to get something back after enemy jungler ended up with an early kill.
This is a free dive. There's no heal. There's no barrier. Samdi is just going to die.
Samdi should just fall here. Isma taking his time when it becomes lightning, but Noah going to grab the kill. Knockup onto Chun is good, but the blinking health bar is still there. Isma now going to try to make it out. We'll be able to dash away. We've got the full team collapsing on the bottom side now as Relix tries to get a kill back. He's going to get one. Poby ready to go over the wall in an instant, but even though he has flashes a little bit late, he decides a little too late that he wants to get it done as Isma will drop the tower, gets the kill. We got a flash out from Noah, who waits for the flag and Noah has access to the arrow. If they see Poby, they can just fire the arrow and kick this thing off. They see Poby. He is stone cold. He just walks slightly to the left, and now it's Isma who's in trouble, who's forced to ult. Tidal wave going out. They're going to find the follow-up knockup, but there's 3 members here. That's going to be the encore coming in from Jun. Multi-member stun. Relix looking for the knock. He doesn't quite have the damage. Finishes, kills himself as Samdi starts to walk forward. Na'Vi in the extended fight, holding under their junglers. Jackie's flashing forward to finish off the enemy. Samdi also going to fall in the extended exchange. GX are just so much stronger. Flash in from Jun. The final auto won't get it done. GX the last game. Seen a lot of the same things we saw there. Jun stepping too far forward. They did see the flash burn in the previous play. Instant Cataclysm going to catch Noah as well. That's crucial. Noah flashing for his life. The tidal wave now there to follow. Isma going to try and cover. Ulti from Noah should stop the play in its tracks, and it will do so.
Lech was on a ward though.
At the bottom side play. Still, Noah finds himself with a pretty significant goal lead. Relech holding onto a very small one of his own. Extended trades, it's only going to be more one-sided.
And no first dragon for Na'Vi, although Relech angry, goes off the Jackies.
Is there.
No
Still
flag.
have access to the wall. Chain CC, Jackies really hasn't been able to do much of anything. Isma now going in, but Dragon Strike there from Relech, and yeah, plain and simple.
I mean, that's a lot of power of this mid lane jungle combo. You have so much CC with both Anivia and Jarvan. Not a whole lot of damage, as you can see it took a while to take down Jackies, but now Mainter going in 1v2.
Yeah, kill Jun, one-shot Jun as Relech is on the way up. Oh, go no, that one! He's gonna get the kill, but that was quite awkward.
An alley-oop.
Flash forward! The alley-whoops continues. This time, though, it looks like they're gonna be able to dunk him down as no one wants to get a kill back on Manger, but it's a double coming in for Reledge.
Hey, Reledge heard you, Drakeos. Put some respect on his name.
This
is what I care about.
No,
Okay,
the Drake. Let's remember who's playing. The Drakes are important. 1v1 continuing. Drake at the same time. Never mind, it's Poby camp time. Lot surely going to win out on this one as Poby.
Does he?
Starting to bamboozle him. Lot's decided he no longer wins this one and will run away. But GX have gotten the Drake. Taking it away from Na'Vi as instantly the trigger's going to get pulled here by Relapse. The objective already down. The tidal wave comes through to interrupt Isma. Samdi uses the barrier. And both sides walking away. Na'Vi using a lot there when the Drake was already gone.
Manger just wasn't really in position. It already hit the belt kind of in control past, you know, say the 8-minute mark. So that's where you would assume, hey, they are going to start getting more of these towers, but, or sorry, these dragons. It was not the case. And Manger caught.
Entire team collapsing. He tries to bounce back the other way.
He's gonna look to stack up the Mega here.
Stack up the Mega or just run with the Hyper.
I mean, this is a Poby round 2 scenario here, it looks like. But he's gonna be fine, and they're getting the tier 2 on both, so... Oh, that shot from downtown!
Look at the arrow! Look at the arrow! Main turn, probably dead. Yeah,
Very
that's
dead.
gonna be it. Well played.
Very dead.
Very
dead.
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 Okay.
That was a good arrow.
That was a really good arrow. I didn't see how far away he was. But at the mark, because he's now level 11, so the cooldown that much shorter. And he's got that second item too. Still has to play against the Jarvan, which is frustrating. But feeling more optimistic as the gold lead shrinks down to 3,000.
I'm kind of... I think that the surprising part to me is just kind of how much control Giant X are having. Because you do have a 3k gold lead, but Relech getting caught now again.
Completely caught out here. Isma going to follow, has another knockup ready to go. Jun going to look for a little bit more damage. Luckily, the flag and drag does manage to get him out, but it's red buff secured for GX.
Yeah, Samdi's having so much trouble contesting this Ashe Seraphine on mid-wave that it's opening up then for Giant X to actually like find these picks and find these plays. So when it is Na'Vi who, you know, started off well, it's Giant X with the tempo, and Giant X now finding ways to diminish.
Like getting out of these situations. And now Poby has the TP, so he can look to TP. Jackies has no TP.
Ooh, hops away from the arrow. That's important, but the extra movement speed now coming in. Manger in trouble. Knockup is there. He's the tired guy, so he's not even stacking rage quite yet. Third proc on the Hyper, but now the Ashe is here with the frost shot, and down he goes.
It's everything kind of falling apart from Na'Vi. Relech pulled top to try and help out Poby, which gave Giant X position, which put Maynter overextended, and now a potential third dragon for Giant X.
Jackie's off to the side. Has the Realm Warp, has the Flash. I think they'll be content with just the Drake as Jackie spotted out the shielding coming in from Jun though. So hard for them to keep this poke.
Relech with no flash. If he enters the pit, he's gonna die, and that would be Nash. For Giant X,
Flash forward from Jackie's immediate encore coming in from Jun. That's going to be Poby taken down or at least forced in the egg. Na'Vi have no recourse. They're starting to run, but with their mid laner gone, Baron might be on the table for GX.
I think that's exactly it, Draco. Giant X, you're going to Realm Warp in. We were questioning if they were showing up today, but they're slapping Na'Vi down where they stand.
Giant X came to play. They've got 3 dragons. They're on the Nash. Relech needs to do a miracle here. He has the smite. It's 5k. Can he get in?
Q3 pulling through. Pathmaker going wide, but he's going to pull him back. Relech tries to get back in, but the buffer only takes him deeper into the waiting arms of GX, not into the range of the Baron. Samdi, good poke back. But again, the CC there just in time. Manger now has to run for his life. It's GX with the Baron. Noah with the kills to close it out.
And there's so much CC on this Giant X squad. This is the team comp.
It's just Na'Vi out of position. Maynter coming through here, but Na'Vi weren't ready to follow up. You had no ultimate, and just completely caught out on the play. And a lot of that, again, is coming back to the fact that Poby got caught on side, but now it's Jackie's.
Jackie's looks like he's going to be caught on side. Nice sidestep on the wall up. The Gnar knocks him back in, so no room to outplay that one. However, the rest of the team is pushing in mid lane. Na'Vi limiting the effectiveness of the Baron by finding that side lane pick, but they will likely concede this mid lane
Giant
tier.
X to find those picks, use that ultimate from the Ashe to set up for the plays. And suddenly, you know, there was a sizable gold in on Maynter, not looking as hot anymore. Na'Vi not able to
constantly fish. The CC is non-committal. They throw an arrow, it misses. It's not the end of the day with this kind of advantage. It's only a 300 gold lead, but the confidence goes spot until Jackie gets caught out by the wall. Likely now to fall. Encore for a bit extra healing. Jackie's trying to run for his life. Down he goes. Cataclysm coming through. Noah caught in the pit. Now Poby's there to follow up. The ice just cutting him down, freezing him, and GX, they've thrown it all away. Are you kidding me? A catastrophe in the bottom lane.
It's a huge mistake from Jackie's. He walks up, and it's 3 kills for Na'Vi as they pounce on the opportunity. They will push out.
And You would think that Ash would want to be in the igloo. She does not want to be in the igloo. I think if there's one thing that we've learned, because actively used by Paris to keep things close. Mainter on the way down, Mega Gnar stacked. Na'Vi can turn to this Drake if they so choose, but I think we're going to get the full-on 5v5. No with no ulti. They're trying to catch Relutch in the meantime. Mainter ready to go Mega, but that means GX should start to back away. Noah wants to get a little bit more damage, a little bit more control, fighting over the mid push. GX need to wait out this Mega Gnar before they fight.
But Giant are playing this perfect. They can just keep healing this entire time. So Na'Vi losing out in that poke war. And Giant X, they know it. They're starting to circle.
They're starting to descend. Jackie splash forward, immediate follow with the encore. Fantastic.
Oh my
all
God.
the away. Does absolutely nothing. Now Noah, untouched, allowed to do whatever he pleases for now. It's just hitting onto the Gnar, finding that bit of extra damage. Jackie's looking to finish off Mainter. It is devastation as GX takes the fight.
It's a 4-man encore from Jun, and it's Noah and Jun in the final fight that put the nail in the coffin to secure Giant X a chance at Barcelona.
Giant X said we're ready to do it again. Immediately they get the kill and immediately they turn towards an exit. We are going towards a game number 3 it feels like, but honestly, can they end here?
15 seconds.
They're gonna try. I mean, Paris needs to do a miracle.
LEC intensifies. The arrow hits. The support is dead. The runway is open.
It's gonna be close. I mean, Samdi is gonna spawn alongside Relutch.
4 seconds.
Two
Surely
versus
this is it.
five.
Noah just deletes the tower. There's no way. Relutch is here. Samdi is here. Dragging through. Isma immediately going to go for the disengage. Relutch is dead. The game is over. GX bringing us back to a game 3. Samdi cannot do it on his own. Poby cannot do it on his own. They do need to hit the Nexus. GX hit the neck. Okay, we're going to... Especially when there's already all these tools that you need to be aware of. It's going to be so hard to peel for Samdi while also playing around the fact that you can't dash ever in these fights.
I think getting to Leon 5 here is quite...
Mainter on the cusp of overheating as he tries to get the wave in. Lot looking for the knockup. Nice sidestep from Mainter. Isma on the way forward. First Q not going to hit. They get the flash out. Q2 does connect. Flash in to try to finish the job on a Mainter. One more auto coming in, and that's going to be first blood on the top side for GX.
Bottom side. But now, Giant X setting up to contest.
Paris needs to be careful here as the hook lands, and Isma's instantly there to follow up. Infernal Chain's already there. Paris is dead.
My goodness, Jun with the hooks, making it look easy here for Giant X as they take down Paris. And Jun is just looking to peel Relutch off, not let him enter the Drake here, to secure that for Giant X. Every Nautilus hook that was before fine can turn into a kill as Isma just keeps it going.
Mainter still overheating. The initial knockup is there. Right back into the wall. Isma can take his sweet time with this one. There's nowhere for Mainter to go. One more auto, should just finish it. Gets pulled back by the Infernal Chains. Yet another
spike.
Obi's resetting as well in mid, trying to TP in there to the bottom side.
Jun initial hook going a little bit wide. That's the aftershock gone for him. Jackie's waiting over the wall though is massive. TP coming in from Poby.
Just picked up the Malignance on the reset.
Charm onto Jun. Good. The Dragon is going to fall, but now Na'Vi might be able to take the fight. GX immediately retreat. They got what they came for. Don't need to stick around for anything else, and Jun sacrificed.
I mean, Giant X, that's worth for Giant X. They lose Jun, but they don't lose any other members, and they get the second Dragon, setting up a very, very strong soul for them, and I'm very happy as a Giant X fan.
Giant X took that very, very quickly, and Na'Vi were hoping to try and play out the items, but here we go.
Jackie's on the way top. Mainter, the knockup is there. The flick back all too easy to land. GX finding the kill on the top side, and now a couple plates to follow.
Giant X are just taking scalps in this one.
Without ball, it doesn't matter too much. Bit of poke onto Poby.
It's so slow here. Trying to find any avenue to enter.
Walking into this choke is such a nightmare, though. You can see Jackie's lays down the Unraveled Earth. Bot has access to the Call of the Forge God.
Giant X are just doing it. It's 3K.
Na'Vi splitting a bit. Hook lands. Call of the Forge Guard coming out. Samdi isolated off on the side of the fight. It's a decent ult across 4 members of GX, but the damage just isn't there yet. The jungler away from the pit, but the Dragon resets. Crucially, another chance on life as Relutch starts to spin through the team. Infernal Drake will drop, but Relutch is getting popped in the midst of this one. Na'Vi walking away with nothing as GX again take the Drake.
And Giant X get the prize as you got that soul point, and now all you're looking at is in 4.5 minutes. That's when you
for him to win out on these 1v1s, to win out on these side lanes.
TP in behind.
Hoping for a little bit more. Double TP here now as Poby and Mainter have arrived. Charm connecting onto Jackie's. Relutch immediately going to kick things off. For now, Samdi is living. Perfect guns to keep the fight going as they try to burn through Jun's HP bar. Noah incredibly low. Samdi finds the ulti. Poby looking for the charm. Sends it wide left. Hoping to connect onto Noah as GX for the first time this series, or this game rather, are forced back away from this mid lane tower.
And it's the 2 proactive camps from Na'Vi, Relutch and Poby, that find the key targets that they
to be
need.
kept here.
Na'Vi don't have access to those key ultis, and now they're going to feel the difference as Samdi's been knocked up twice consecutively. Noah able to free fire, just deletes him from the fight. Mainter flick back, flashes away on the wall. GX lost the initial exchange, but Na'Vi didn't get a greater prize. They broke up in mid lane tower. It looks like they're about to lose the soul in exchange for that mid lane play.
And everything has come crumbling down around Na'Vi. They're going to give...
Try and make a play mid. Hope that you can burn some valuable summoner spells, get some kills, maybe hit item breakpoints before
They
this
have
fight.
first push. They should be able to get vision first. It's going to take a crazy angle from Na'Vi to bring this one back, but GX aren't going to give it to him. Samdi trying to hold on, trying to burn through Noah's health bar, just barely flashing away. Maybe this is the angle. Relet finding the shutdown. Kobe coming over, looking to lock up Isma. Charm still available, has not used it yet. Finally looks to lock him down. Samdi, though, steps too far forward, and now Isma's healing his entire HP bar back up as GX are looking for the re-engage. Noah still going to get caught up by Relet. Relet finding both carries in the fight, and that might be all that matters. Baron on the cards for Na'Vi.
And Giant X thought that they had found Samdi, but
Giant X tried to collapse on mid.
chosen mid lane. Mainter is rotating from bot to mid. They're going to push this mid wave and try to leverage control.
Also coming out from Lot. Interrupt to stop him from calling the Forge God. That's going to be big. Massive equalizer across backline, hitting everyone. Samdi fully stacked on the Chakram, but Isma continuing to step forward. Unconcerned. Move shot from Samdi goes a little bit wide, as does the Charm. Both sides back off and reset. Perhaps ready for a round two. GX now on the retreat.
It's just the TPs that they're trying to buy time for, but Na'Vi stepping in. Jungler is down with Elder on the cards. Giant X. The 4 versus 5, it could be theirs.
TP on the way.
Na'Vi needs to find the miracle.
Pressure for both sides. Elder in the sights of both teams. Jun trying to get active on the map. Mainter with no ultimate. No ultimates available for either side outside of the Weaver's wall. Jackson hoping to split the team. Looking for a bit more poke. I mean, the Dragon is so tanky. GX do so little damage to it because they've already picked up 4. But Samdi, isolated by the wall. An opportunity for Lot to go in, but he doesn't want to take the risk. 8K getting lower. Mainter flicks back, but doesn't make it back over the wall. Infernal Chain's not able to pull him in. Samdi now walking in. Poby fishing for the Charm, but he doesn't quite find it. Equalizer across the entire team, but it's going to be Elder to the side of GX.
Na'Vi couldn't find the angle. Giant X have the jungle.
Still have to fight into an Elder Dragon, or else then Giant X can take Baron and then fish for the outer turrets, inhibitor turrets after that. And for Sam,
That's what Giant X is banking on.
Flashes up on carries on both sides. Jackie's, Noah, Poby, Samdi. 30 seconds left on this Elder, give or take. This is the one wave they can play on, and Na'Vi immediately going to concede this tier 2, likely the inhibitor as well. Poby not in the area, but GX really want to fight as Blue Ulti does a decent amount of poke, but now he's been locked up. Isma flashes forward. Infernal powered by the Q1. Relet's able to escape the clone, keeping him standing for an extra second. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to get much more, and the Elder is starting to fade away.
And Na'Vi have held on. Samdi was even able to hold on to his flash. And now it's just the Baron Nashor, and it's going to be just the mid inhib as Na'Vi live to fight another day.
Na'Vi trying to chase them out of the base though. Giant X need to get the resets off. They haven't all hit that B button at the same
Recalling, but it might be too little too late.
Samdi empowered. Root's going to come out here. Will be a bit of poke onto Noah, chunking him out before the fight.
With all 5 members of Giant X here, this turret is getting very tanky as the turret plates go down, which is playing this a little bit.
Cannons, though, they're eventually going to break it open. Poby's still waiting on the side. The Ornhorn has to be respected. Locking a blast cone over the wall. Samdi, blue and purple, wants to connect that big AoE ult. The white gun's faded away. The sustained fight not going to be what favors him now as GX. Temperance, they've learned. They've made a couple mistakes this game. They cannot afford to make another, and they're painfully aware of it.
I think Giant X now, that's pretty much checkmate. They can now just play slow with the bot inhib, but they want to play it fast.
Relet's now going in. That's the double knockup, but no immediate follow-up. They managed to get Relet out of the fight. Flash burn.
At the back of this, maybe that gives them that silver lining, but Giant X want to snuff it out immediately.
Ball coming in from Jackie. Samdi not going to balk away as Mainter has been caught, has been isolated. 3-man knockup. Relet going back in for the re-engage, immediately retreating when he sees how much damage comes out.
Flash and ulti burn from Relet here. He has to go back to base as well. And that looks like it's just going to be the Elder from Giant X. Na'Vi want to try to face check, but it's so damn difficult.
Oh, the TP. is going to get canceled. Nope, there he goes. They see it coming. Mainter maybe hoping to set them up for Zombie. Zombie's ultimate doing a decent amount of damage, but it's just not enough. The knockup is there. Jackie's connects with the flip back. Infinite CC to burn through Zombie, who's still doing his best to hold the line. Zombie versus the world, but it's just not enough. GX dissecting Na'Vi in this game 3. Cutting them down as Paris runs for its life. It's the Q2, the flash forward, and the dunk down to seal the deal. Na'Vi moving into the top 4.
This time it'll be Giant X happy to be going home as they book their ticket to Barcelona. Fifth, no more. They go forward.
Giant X have broken the curse.
They've earned them a massive advantage here because I look at the side of KC and it's so simple to see what their composition wants to do. And Vitality, I can see what they want to do, but they don't have any CC, so I don't know exactly how they plan on.
Specifically,
LEC team
Specifically
Finals
at
of
an international
Worlds, yeah.
event as Humanoid flashes forward. Easy setup here. Lens is going to hit him with a briefcase. The flick back doesn't do anything to the Mundo.
Maybe Yike.
If a ward spots
Steal.
this.
Oh.
Oh!
How did he keep doing that? Yike
get-
realized he wasn't spotted on, so I think he just assumed, having not seen him gone back in towards his jungle, that he must have been on the objective.
Oh.
So nicely done.
All in. Kana interrupted on the tunnel out. Knock trying to stop him from getting to the next tunnel. Unfortunately, he cannot because Rek'Sai, hilarious champion. Luckily for him, though, Humanoid on the way here. Goes under, comes right back out with the Void Rush, and down he goes. Vitality finding the advantage on the top side.
Nice movement from Humanoid there, walking back towards River, knowing that Rek'Sai jumps out behind you.
Stealth. He's hiding in the bush.
Why is my man playing Splinter Cell? What happened here? Here we go.
He's gonna steal it.
Steal it.
Oh,
Nope.
he didn't. Oh, he did get
He
it.
did. He got the one. He got the one. Void Grub's going
And
over.
he
They're
gets
going to
the
try to kill the
kill.
Mundo. Mundo's still healing up for a while. Lens is now running away. The Q coming in, and now Humanoid might be in trouble as Lucio is on the chase. So they get a grub and they get a kill. But the gold still
Mundo
favors.
or the Ambessa, you would have a good laning phase. But Naknako, they go the top lane right now. He doesn't let it happen. All he needed was a little roam from Humanoid, a little roam, and he is taking over right now.
Started with a small
He took
jump to
tower.
corner gold, and now he's tying tower.
Are you
and he
kidding
dies.
me?
Jack, shut up, bro. You're cursing players. We talked about this.
But yeah, I'm pushing mid. They're happy to take it.
Yeah, so this is basing. Yike goes for the top camps. Has one Drake going over for
Third
Vitality.
assist, yeah. He just wants to be barred so bad. Humanoid flash forward, easy setup, briefcase connects, and now there's really nowhere for Talia to go. She's got to run for her life. They're trying to CC the Mundo. They're using everything they have to keep Yahoo standing. And it looks like it's enough as Yike finally arrives. Ball breaker forward, but the snare from Fleshy stops him from going any further.
Yike with
Humanoid
the
on
care.
top, and they want to pull the trigger. Kana already keeping in.
Keeping in, Yike taking his time, trying to find a target to ulti too. Kana off on the side, Knock may try to ult him, but a bit more damage comes through. Forces the flash out early.
Well, this is so low. Vitality hold all the cards now.
Yike might just want to go for the 50-50, but needs to be careful. Flash away, no time for the vault breaker. A little bit of damage coming for KC. Redemption to heal Vitality right back up. Mountain Drake secured by KC. Now they need to get out. But they get what they want. Because it looks like there's two Vi's on my map right now. And now there's two.
Isn't it funny that nobody says, you know how people were always
Please
like,
get the push on mid. We'll also get top lane turret off of the reset timer from Vitality. Nako's trying to hide.
yeah, he might be in trouble here. Although he doesn't get spotted, but maybe Yahoo is in trouble if he buys enough time here.
Get the
As the
resets
rest
come
of
through.
KC.
That's the ulti. Unstoppable. The Realm Warp starts to come in. Yahoo's just dead. Thought he was safe. Had two members, two teammates waiting in the brush to support him.
Kana's bot lane and has no TP. If he actually shows him
They
the
don't want to
way,
explode the game just yet. They want to play it slow, play for the towers, take the small leads. But I love this sort of cheesiness that Naknako looks
Dragon
for.
lead, so they can wait for 3 items on Yunara. They don't technically have to take the fight, look for trades, but
Bliss going in for the 1v1. Humanoid suddenly thinking better. I don't know if he wins out on this one. Seraph's shield is there. Kless still continuing to walk forward. Yike waiting off to the side. Wants to lock up. Humanoid immediately goes for the ulti. Kless just dives in. Picks up the kill. Breaks a tower of his own. And we're just going blow for blow. Band for band here in this game.
Hey, Kalist is playing King. Let's see how they play it.
Linsis, how does he want to get into this one? If we could see his vision, show the pressure on him to try to find his way in. As Lucio finds the flank off to the side, Karzi caught out immediately, going to get flicked back, but now it's Knock arriving in the meantime. Karzi's still living for a moment, but it's Kana to seal the deal. Uses the ulti, Linsis on the run, as is Knock. Ball breaker there, Linsis locked up, they're not able to break the passive. Now starting to run, he's just too fast.
Lucio learning the guerrilla tactics from Nako, hiding on the bush, waiting for Karzi to step up that bit too far. They don't get the Baron, but it'll be another kill now for KC, but 15 seconds until Dragon. They need to get back out, and now they're down 3 of those ultimates.
Carsey still dead for 15 seconds. It should be a free Drake for KC here. Unless Vitality are able to find some miracle play. Lince is just clearing the crab. Oh, Knock-Knocko.
Level 16 there for Knock-Knocko. Immediate flash to knock up. Forcing a flash back out from Knock-Knocko. Lince is starting to step up. Busio here, but no ulti. Crucially, Cliff does have access to his ulti.
But there's no Ezreal. Carsey on his way. KC should be able to just burst this out. Humanoid's in that bottom side.
Right, can he get it? Lince is debating if he wants to poke his head and isn't going to take the risk as Clone continues to be a nuisance. Lince is now ready to chase. Kana presumably has a tunnel soon as he tries to sidestep as the Yike goes right back in, looking to lock up Carsey, but the rest of the team just isn't there. A play they did not need to make.
And Yike needed to ulti Knock-Knocko, but he went for Carsey instead. Ended up knocking Knock-Knocko out of the Taliyah W and went too deep. Now the question is if Vitality can look to start the Nash. They're realm warping in. Knock-Knocko is low, but Yike is dead. There's no jungler on the side of KC and there's no smite, but KC can still look for the fight.
Yike did so much in this game, but hours of his old vibe plays coming back to mind as KC now stepping up. Yeah, who goes in to separate?
The wall to separate with 4K, the objective's getting lower. It would take a miracle for them to steal this one. Lince is unmovable. 1800 does manage to take away the Baron, and immediately Vitality re-engage, and now it's a disaster for KC. Knock-Knocko living far too long as Kana tries to finish the kill. Double knockup comes through again, but he can't tunnel over the wall as Carsey drops him. It's Baron to Vitality.
This game is so back and forth.
They're gonna get the tier 2 bot. What more can they get?
Look for play, but still potentially look for play on Carsey if he overextends.
Humanoid isolated on the side. Kana finds the initial knockup. Wall laid down by Yehu. Humanoid now ghosting away. Redemption coming in to keep him relatively healthy. He's just fast enough to escape for now. Trying to get back into the realm more fancy forward, but the knockup is there in time for Kana. Humanoid down, shut down for Yehu.
Massive pick for KC. Knock-Knocko was still pushing in top. I mean,
Kana can spot him out with the tremor sense, even though they don't have the vision though. Knows exactly where he's playing from. A nice added bonus is Busio fishes for a flank. Sends the clone forward first since they don't have vision in the brush. 4K getting lower to 50-50, a smite fight, but they don't want to take it. They're going to knock up Lince and take him down instead immediately as health bar just disappears. Carsey taking down Busio, but at the cost of the soul.
They tried to make a play on towards Busio. He was putting so much pressure down.
Have that semi-global to support someone on side lane without using the power of Humanoid, and currently he's the one on side, so now they find the lockup onto Knock-Knocko. Redemption healing coming in. Knock-Knocko living for far too long. Solid fight is there though. Knock-Knocko goes back in looking to pop Yike. Yike barely living. Yike holding on. Sundering a bit of sky to keep the dreams alive as KC now retreats. Humanoid stepping forward, but Kalist free to start unleashing damage. Dash over the wall. Kana coming from behind. The Rek'Sai will not find the angle. It's a bloody little brawl, and Carsey wants to make the difference. GA pops. Busio can't go in, but he's gonna try anyway. Lock up there. Q through. Flash back from Yike. Humanoid off on the side, trying to burn through Kana's health bar. It's a close spot battle. Flash forward. Knock up from Kana. Yehu not there with the follow-up damage. The Sarah's proc just in time to keep Humanoid standing. Vitality turning it. Carsey popping off. Carsey health bar to hold on to hope in this game.
And Carsey came to play, ladies and gentlemen. He sees that Yike wastes the Q and pounces on the opportunity. We're fighting again. It's the Baron Nashor. It's Yike's playground. He has the smite.
Has the smite, but no flash.
Get in.
Can Q forward, take the blast cone, gets it with it, but he cannot steal it. Not today. Lince secures this one.
Bro, I can stole that. Like, I would be.
No, it's just done. It's, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
On 3 lanes, but Kalist alone is not enough to hold here in mid lane.
You're just man down. KC knows they have to back away from these outer turrets. They're just sending Yehu to push aside and hope that at least they can play off of the 2 lanes and try and nullify the pressure. But 10 seconds until Yike, and it's going to be 10 seconds too late as Vitality will take the inhibitor structure.
So frustrating too when Vitality have this advantage, Flushy able to stand back. The Mantra E, the Defiance, just to speed Vitality up and in. And
Yahoo's pushing bot. That's a silver lining for KC, but if Vitality can get this top inhib, then it would be absolutely huge for them. So much pressure for this Elder Dragon.
Knock-Knocko continuing pressure in mid-wave, just making sure there's something that has to be answered elsewhere. Double cannons, now going to be triple cannons. The tower certainly going to fall here. Still 1 minute and 30 seconds left on this Baron. KC, if they misstep while this buff is active, the game will end in the favor of Vitality. Kalist chunked, sent back to the fountain.
And that's going to be it. That chunk is enough for the inhibitor to fall. And KC struggling in game number 1 against Vitality. This was insanely close, but Lince doesn't get back. Kana manages to interrupt. Nako caught as well.
Nako quick back. Yike immediately going to go in. Nako needs to find a way over the wall. That's going to be the cease and desist coming through. Nako can't find escape with an ulti of his own. He's going to get picked away 30 seconds before the Elder.
KC made a choice though. They went for Nako and they did not go for Linces. The jungler for Vitality is still here, and Vitality are looking for plays.
Humanoid on the flank. Yahoo about to get immediately deleted, but the knockup from Busio is there. Down goes Carzzy. Humanoid, the last major source of damage left. He's getting deleted just as quickly, but he manages to take one with him. The shield is massive. How is this Rise alive? Marek Frosta and the rest of Vitality standing strong. Two members dead on both sides. It's 17 seconds till Nako and
CC, but it looked like a free kill. It was a 1 versus 4.
He's stalling on Elder. He's just waiting as long as possible to make sure the waves are in a good spot. It's just kind of a disgusting item. I don't know how it ended up in the game, but now Nako's been caught out, flick back. He's gonna die again, running for his life. Last little bit of help coming out, but now Humanoid's gonna try to 1v5 as best he can. Yike, burning, picking, holding on, will not go into the threshold, crucially.
It's gonna be the bolt inhib for Vitality, but two big mistakes by Nako here. Not living up to his performance.
This is gonna be the last wave, but it's double super creeps lined up perfectly. Yahoo trying to use the wall to buy time so they can deal with the top wave.
30 seconds. Last waves here. Next one won't be there in time. Kliss putting back with the ulti in from Nako might make the difference. Kliss getting back in the fountain, just out of range of being executed. Using the fountain regeneration to burn through. But Carzzy's on the Nexus. Crucially, he's on the Nexus. He wants to end it here. Pana on the chase in. Nexus exposed at the edge of death. KC trying to hold on. Linces not finding the angle. Humanoid going golden. Carzzy going off as he finds kill after kill. Resurrection there. Humanoid on the edge of death. But the game will end in favor of Vitality. At the end,
Feels like try and play and protect Humanoid on these side lanes. Use the fact that you have that ultimate and hope that Nako becomes a big enough threat that he can one-shot everyone alongside.
It's a very explosive early game, and Yike, he had a premonition. He knew that bot lane would be explosive, and he's here for the dive.
Carzzy and Fleshy jailed under their tower. If they try to backstep, they're going to be in trouble. Barrier for Carzzy. Have to take this into account. Who's going to tank first? Flag and drag through. Q flash forward into Kliss. Kliss looks like he's set to fall. It's going to be a 1-for-1 in the end. No, Fleshy can't finish it!
A flawless dive by KC. And when we were all thinking that top lane would be the most important matchup, it's bot lane. After all this time.
How far does Fleshy want to go? Because Jarvan's still there. Okay, he's just going to back away.
Going pretty far. Just delaying.
That's the guy we were looking for in that game one. Gets the solo kill with a little bit of help earlier from Linces. And with that, he's going to start building this gold lead.
Maybe proxying now, trying to get away from Yike is just gonna die. But
This
Yike
is a
will take
good
his time.
This is a literal good death.
That's what we like to see. Credit to Nako again on the top side as he tries to finish up that crab. Does tick over to level 6, but you can see Kana pretty comfortable just playing under his tower now. Humanoid pathing up to the top side. Linces zooming in as quick as he can. Pushback is there. Paranoia available, but the range not super long, and it doesn't look like it's gonna be in time. Humanoid, lights turned off, and this guy just often giving so much more value. So KC in a good spot if it comes down to a skirmish or a fist fight, which it looks like it might in the mid lane. Yahoo going in for the push is going to catch Humanoid. Dunked down immediately. Shockwave going to connect on the two. Flash out from Humanoid. Oh, Fleshy! Just in the nick of time to try to save the day. Cataclysm back in though. Yike living for far too long, but Linces is now starting to take over in the fight. He manages to get two. Looking out for the healing for the Dark Guard. Are you kidding me? How did he live?
Oh my god! Linces and Fleshy off the back of that engage that KC started.
He's not done. Fleshy in the top lane, ready to crash
Flash
down over the wall. E through, immediate ulti, shattering strike, tanking the tower to set up on the Kana flash out, but he's invisible! Nako wants to get it back!
No way.
Oh, it's every Yasuo's nightmare!
Misses on the Q! Kana sidesteps barely! A
His
breath!
kill gets another triumph, and that is what keeps him alive to make this play keep going for Vitality. Is now
Flash in, the charm on the Carzzy, but he manages to valk out just in the nick of time. Fleshy in trouble now. Carzzy's flash gone. Fleshy, no way to get away from this one. Will finally fall. A nice pick from KC.
And a crash down turned into a crash out as they weren't able to get away from that one. KC picking up a kill.
that the other side knows.
2-3.
Looks like kind of tanking it to try and
Bracken
pace.
first for Nako too. Not even the Blade of the Rune King, as Carzzy's going to be the one in trouble. Charm lands, immediate feather pullback. Carzzy able to valk away to safety for a brief moment. Busio can't take another tower shot. sliver of HP, but Humanoid is here. Sidestep's good.
No way.
Run, Busio, run! The W!
way.
He's dancing on. He's not fast enough, guys. He's gonna die. There you go. Okay. But the first two dodges were pretty clean.
And he gave it a timing window for Kalist to actually escape, because if he dies, they collapse on bot. And that could have been an
Now
absolute
Yehu's pushing
disaster.
mid lane, but Linces is waiting over the wall, and surprise, it's Rel from out of nowhere to try to lock this one down. He's nearsighted, he's feared, he's a scared boy, but they're still gonna find a way to take him out. Linces grabbing the kill.
And Linces is being so proactive on this Nocturne. He's proving my doubts wrong as he picks up this kill on Yahoo. Now Carsey's going to be able to hit this mid tower, force Kalist to rotate to defend it, which means that Humanoid's going to get the bot tower, and Linces can pick up... I mean, there's too much happening in the game now, Carsey. Oh my god.
Well, there's not even much to say.
He shouldn't have been there.
Everyone else was
They
resetting.
contest on the Rift Herald, and they may even try and push for a little bit more on that top side afterwards. Fleshy going to hold off on the reset. Kalist taking the mid with
The
tower.
summoner spells, they get the flash, and that's what's big. You highlighted it. The easy roam down to the bottom side, knowing they have mid-prio. Now, though, they want to extend the play. Dash back from Yehu. Lince is waiting on the spell shield. The heal just going to make sure that he gets away. They pushed a bit too far, however, in the top side of the map. Nocko keeping the pressure up, taking a tower of his own, continuing to push as KC set their sights on the Drake.
The combo team is down on their ultimates though. Vitality don't have two of those key spells, so KC confident now to step up towards the objective. They even have Pana here, so Nocko continues to push.
Yeah. Vitality ran out of bullets. They used both the Orianna ult and the Nocturne ult and weren't able to find anything with it. And with that, KC secure the second dragon. And you can see the difficulties that teams have run into with this Nocturne Orianna combo. Humanoid wants to try to look for a sneaky play here.
Moving forward, movement
Yike
speed.
is covering.
Yike is there. Humanoid just delivered into the waiting arms of Yike. A nice initial stun to Yehu, and they managed to get one. But remember, Humanoid has the tanky build. He's got a Roa. He's trying to get tricky with it because Busio's on the way down. No, the movement would have to be too clean.
Move the legs!
The movement would have to be too clean. He's too fast! Oh, he's styling on them. Pull back, command, protect. A little bit more shielding. Busio on the way in. The Dragon Strike gonna get it, but now Linces is here. They want to try and finish off Yike. A nice initial exhaust from Busio to try and stop the play. They're turning things back to stop the CC from Fleshy, but he gets the cooldown just in time. Nocko ready to go, but he needs a knock-up. He didn't go in on the earlier one. He has one of his own! It's a scheme landing on them! Are you kidding me? The extended play! Vitality winning out!
Stop the combo from Humanoid. That's the damage that they need. Now Fleshy with a knockback forces the flash.
Oh, we're
which
not
is
done.
perfect.
The fights are just going to keep happening. Of course, the feathers are fly. Probably not a fight, actually. But they get the ulti.
Could be tower as well. That's very low, but they don't want to overstep. Say for the fight, but
Vitality, they're looking to maybe contest or just buy time, fake it out. I mean, Vitality did one last game up against the Mountain Soul, so they're not scared of giving them the soul point here.
Now I'm going to put the mid lane here too, while Humanoid at least grabs a little bit more gold on the top side.
KC just forced them out. As Vitality, they get the top tower, and they get some plates on the mid lane.
Extending the gold lead.
Yeah, 1,000.
also the IE that's very close for Nocko. So you're kind of at two big item breakpoints. They didn't feel comfortable, but Nocko feels comfortable.
Going in, looking for the spin, locks up Kalist. Busio going to try to make the hero play. Kalist stone cold as he manages to stay standing. Nocko trying to dash away, but just gets locked up and taken down. Humanoid off on the flank, fishing for that shockwave. Has the death cap, but Yahoo for freeze frame, he goes gold, and the lockup is just not there. And now Kana has arrived to try to make the difference in the fight. Humanoid on the retreat. KC taking their sweet time in this fight. Vicarzi ready to turn it back. The Gatling gun. He's got no more time left as Kalist runs him down. KC survive Nocko's engage and turn it right back around.
And Nocko went too deep, and the hero of Kalist
In the mid lane to deny Vitality the play. This might have just been enough for KC with this. Oh, actually, hang on. In live.
Meanwhile, a live play. Kana pushing a bit too far in the mid lane is very fast with that passive active, but the immediate flick back is going to set up the ulti and a shutdown now for Nocko. Happy to have the
He
extra
just
money.
set up KC in this game.
And I think the really big thing, they got Seekers in the previous fight. Yehu does not have a lot of...
It becomes about mind games. Does Linces just go in, try and force the ult from Kalist, open up for Nocko, for Humanoid to try and find something afterwards? Or how does Fleshy start it off?
Kana waiting over the wall. Charm from Busio. Karzi's able to dash back for a brief moment. Nocko fishing. That's the paranoia now coming out, looking for an angle into the back line. Fleshy with the multi-man ultimate. Follow-up is now coming in from Nocko. His strike is almost immediately deleted. The resurrection coming in from the GA as Nocko manages to take down Kalist. Knock up there again as Nocko looks for 4-2. Along the rest of the team now descending. It's a heroic performance from the Yasuo. But Yehu is looking to make the difference. A double kill as he turns it back. but I think Vitality have won this maybe. I don't think so anymore. Kana finding the return kill. It's neck and neck.
And it's a 2 versus 2, but it's the jungler of KC that's alive. I think Yike might be able to try to sneak towards the dragon here and maybe even solo it, as Carsey and Fleshy are so low.
They have no idea. Fleshy gonna have to face check this, and now they know, but Yike is healed, the teleport is coming in.
Carsey's just gonna die.
Has to come across.
Carsey's so low as well.
Oh, you can't get away from Kana. Dash back.
They just need to delay, hope for something, but they can't. KC with Kana.
Targets to attack with the Nocturne Orianna combo.
List has the Infinity Edge. He's going to be doing so much damage in these team fights. Needs to be the target that Vitality take down. Nako wasted the wind wall. Casey want to collapse.
Nako looking for the knock-up initially. That's the paranoia down, trying to dive into the backline. Kana goes golden. Nako running for his life, but the entire team is now split. Vitality don't have the tools to follow up, though, because Lens is his health bar. This has been chunked so far down. KC slow and controlled against this Vitality lineup.
Fleshy has to find that moment again here. Has to get that crash down, has to set up, but it's Humanoid is engaged on.
Quick flash out. Lucio's ulti coming in as well.
Nako's resetting. KC, they're trying to burst this down. The TP's coming back in, but it's too late.
In. They know that Kana has no access to the Zhonya's. They're hoping to get him, but he goes on the opposite side of the wall. Spellshield is there to keep Lince standing for an extra moment. Flash into the pit. He's not going to be able to grab it. It's Kalista secures it. Now it's Nocturne going to miss the entire team. The wind wall not giving him enough space to survive. Gets an extra second, but KC, 5 members strong, will secure the Baron.
And KC pulled the trigger when they needed to. They're able to pick up the Nash. They take 2 kills as well. As Vitality, they want to try to stop these recalls, but I don't think they'll be able to get anything more.
KC get the burn. I cannot believe they managed to get out on that HP. But once again, we're not seeing Vitality working in tandem together. It's Humanoid off on this bottom side, looking and fishing for a play onto Kana, who has that stopwatch available. And Kano's just happy to bounce back and forth here, flash away, drawing members in. Lince hopes to make the play, but can't quite do it. And Yike is just zoning away everyone on Vitality as Nako left alone in the pit falls at the hands of KC.
The difference of a 1/10 of a second, 200 HP left on the Baron after the smite comes down. Could have made all the difference for Vitality, even if they lose the fight, could have had that objective, but KC staying composed in this game. Soul and Baron, surely they end it here.
Have all the tools that they need. As long as Humanoid and Lince doesn't find the combo, very hard for the KC carries to be taken down. You have the Psy ultimate, you have flash on your carries, you have the Zhonya's on Yahoo, Sony's on Kana, and so much heal and disengage from Busio. Vitality need a miracle.
Dashing around a lot, but doesn't have minions to stack the Q on anymore. We'll need to move to mid-wave.
They just need to find some way to get Kalista's ult out. But Kalista's been playing so safe, denying Vitality any real wiggle room here, because everyone else has Zhonya's, has GAs, is fine. But until then, KC will continue to push, use these shields, use the fact they have that soul to push Vitality back.
KC just want to end the game. They're looking to run it down mid here.
Touchy with the Q flash, it looks like, onto Yike. They do get a bit of a chunk onto him. Baron waves there. Q3 ready for Nako. Not going to find the setup. Feathers fly right up in the air, and it's only Yike who's taking the damage to turn back. Carsey off on the side, trying to fire back. Get a bit more damage for himself. Another tornado going awry for Nako as KC just continue to press forward. Yahoo finds the push onto Humanoid. Goes golden. Carsey knows he needs to fight now. Yike finding the initial knock-up. They're not going to get a reset now as Carsey's off on the side. 1v1 with the Azir, and he does not like that matchup whatsoever. KC closing it out clean in the final moments to take us the game.
So incredibly fast. It's a really good mid jungle support duo as well.
It's Nako's Cassante. This is clearly a protect Cassante.
We forgot the real
Playing hyper aggressive. Really nice stuff.
Wow. Just forces the flash 1v1. He also has the TP advantage on Humanoid while still being equal in
Right
HP.
on the way in. Gold card on the Yahoo, but now he's been marked up. He has to flash away from Lince. Yahoo finally going to fall. 1-for-1 trade thus far. Lince just wants to keep the fight going. Sustain versus the armor of Wukong, but this early in this game, you would think he's favored until Kana arrives. Flash forward from Kana, Ignite ticking as well. Lince is trying to sidestep. Yike going in for a bit more. Managed to grab the kills.
KC
Needs to be at least equal with Yike. But Yike off to a great start here, 2-0. Picks up the first dragon for KC, and that's the opposite start that Vitality wanted, as you said, Daita.
Keep your eyes on top lane though. trying to get across map here for Linces as Lucio goes in. Should be able to back away. But I think it's just Linces who wants to try and get an overextended Kana here.
Kana's no flash.
Nako flashing in. Pathmaker pulls him back on the ult as Linces goes in. Kana really nowhere to go with no flash available, and Nako gonna grab the kill.
And it's clean. I think Humanoid really has one lane to gank, and it's top lane. As Busio's recognized the same threat and is looking for a play here, but
3 people topside. Into Nako. The punt back is there. Q3 goes wide. Surely there's no way out of this one. Can't even dash to the minions. Does just barely manage to do so. Goes up over the pull through. Wants to just clear the wave, but dies. KC recognize where Vitality are.
he needed to punt him back into his team as now Busio.
Ready to flash over the wall. Doesn't even need to. Waiting for the punt back. Gets the knockup. Waits for the combo. Knows that he has to flash. The patience from Busio.
And the ones that already have these objectives started stacking. 5 seconds now until this next dragon, and the play's on mid.
Humanoid in trouble. Dash in from Yike. Can use the Su climb to look him up, but he doesn't even need it. The charm already connecting. Gold card as he tries desperately to escape. Flash in, but it's not enough to stop them. Flashing the ulti now gone as Yike tries to dash away to safety. Busio again with the interrupt to stop any potential follow-up. Q3 coming in from Linces. Manages to find the knockup on the 3 talent strike. Charm is there as well. They're desperate to get something back on the side of Vitality. Yehu waiting on that charm cooldown just a few seconds away, and Vitality forced to back off. Trying to cover, trying to make sure that they can get this. It might come down to a 50-50. No flash for Yike, but he does have the smite. Carzzy here as well, but Klist waiting behind. This could be a disaster for Vitality.
Humanoid as the ults can also come in and can spot everyone in KC, but the waiting time, there's the vision.
Spotted them now. Who gets the Drake in the end? Yike manages to secure it. Is now all of KC looking for a fight. The Crescent Guard comes out, but it might just be too late. Yehu now stepping forward, getting the resets on the kill, looking to find one more with Flesh. A reset coming in. Carzzy in trouble now. One more dash remaining. Yehu looking for an angle in. Dashes the wrong way initially. Foxfire for some extra move and speed and finds the triple.
9-2.
Melee range of a Xin and kill 3 people. That's a great Ahri game.
And that's because I think at this stage, Vitality, they kind of need to fish for picks. They thought with Humanoid having ults, they could find the numbers advantage, but Busio was so quick, and now Nako is under fire again.
Once again, caught out. Busio taking his time on the CC. They're waiting for the Pathmaker. Fleshy there to cover. Breakable here as well. Vitality ready to cover top side, but Klist going to keep pushing this wave forward, and Nako's individual lead just continues to dwindle.
And we talked about Busio gapping Fleshy in that game 2, and we're seeing it in game 3. Busio is everywhere on the map as they want to keep it going. They're continuing to dive them.
Fleshy on the chase as well. Yike on a rampage.
Around this map, out macroing Vitality.
And this is such a good look for KC because honestly, Yike and Busio got outclassed in jungle support when they matched up against G2. Something I did not expect to be saying, but in this game 3, they have really come alive. So many good angles, so many great punishes on a very limited composition from Vitality. They recognized the weaknesses early on, and they've been pouncing ever since.
We haven't seen supports impact the early lane so much.
Oh, Humanoid.
Busio again.
Gold card there. He should just be able to walk away. Extra
He's not walking away.
Chasing. No, he's not. Well, he walked away. He just also died.
Yeah. Wukong is pushed top because Yehu is ganking bot to get Nako. Like, this is just a rolling door as people dying on Vitality. It's going to happen again.
3 more members moving into the bot lane. Pathmaker for Nako. Waiting as long as they can. Charm is there. Maybe the layering of CC is perfect. He can't do a chance to push any buttons. Are you kidding me? Kazante always gets to walk away.
But that was so well played by Busio. Get the auto attacks done. Really well played by the KC support.
Kalist is roaming top, and that's the one default that we see in this game, and it's a defensive one, as the gold lead is now 8,000 for KC, and the game feels dire. Third Drake being started by KC. Vitality have no hope. And yeah, I agree. I think Busio this game, solo carry for me.
He went top, got an advantage. Went mid, got an advantage, and they've just kept coming. It's, wants to go to the rafters. Did you see the rafters move down? Second, no,
Carzy!
Oh no! Vitality finding out firsthand, you cannot melt those! Nako running, flash with the Q3 pullback, but that's the support carry down. Likely just a Baron for KC. Vitality need a miracle steal, but they're not going to get anywhere near the pit.
I've never seen a cow standing in tall grass so deadly in my life. As Vitality on the brink, as Baron starts to fall, Vitality can't even get into the river.
It's dire for Vitality. KC, it's clinical, it's surgical, it's clean. They get 3 dragons. They're on the precipice of Soul. They get Baron Nashor, and with that, they will cross 10,000 gold lead, and it feels like their win.
And it's what started off as 2 incredibly close games. The wheels have just come off in this game 3.
KC unleashed, another combo coming in for Bucio. Equalizer across the top. Plushy living for a little bit of time here as Karzi tries to find a decent angle to keep the fight going. Plushy running, but Yike is just too powerful. Finally, the Seraphine ultimate comes out. Now Kalista's getting involved. 1v1 versus Knock Knocko. Knock Knocko unstoppable, but he doesn't connect on the Pathmaker. And again, it's Bucio just to stop any last sliver of hope that he might be able to win that 1v1.
And Vitality just don't have the damage. KC have ran them down.
Yike's
They're
just
looking
eating
to push mid.
7 tower shots for fun.
They're pushing mid, they're pushing top, they're gonna get the Ocean Stole, they're not gonna end the game just yet.
Protobout, snare.
Oh, he's taking tower. Oh, that's the flash.
Yeah,
Small wins.
A
Small
little
wins.
bit too confident.
Oh,
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Going
whoa.
behind.
That can't be
Plushy
good.
coming in as well. Gold card.
Oh,
Immediate
they're
McHale!
Oh,
Bucio!
no. Bucio is the hero, man. He's the savior. And Vitality can't get nothing, all because of him.
Humanoid tried to MacGyver something and found a McHale's. KC, they just won't give them a chance. Soul taken, lives taken, tickets punched for Carmine Core is all that's left here.
There's a Diffie in the everywhere. And again, it's the first 2 games were close. This game is a slaughter. This is a summary execution of the vibes, of the hopes and dreams of Vitality. KC will not stand for it. They refuse to fall below top 4. They refuse to miss out on moving to Spain.
Statement game from Bucio. Really showing up as the best support in the league right now. Good carry performance by him. He goes in again.
They're going to have the walk up. They're going to slaughter them all. Ulti from Knock Knocko. Animation doesn't even complete before he's dead in the ground. Karzi tries to find something, but gets interrupted as he tries to start the cast on his ulti, so it doesn't even go out. The Crescent Guard, not enough to keep Winston standing in the fountain, not enough to stop Yike going for a little bit more. That's going to do it. Game 1 close. Game 2 close. But Game 3 was a slaughter. KC secure their place in the top 4.